Hello there. Our brush tonight is my Matthew Martin brush guy brush in a blue swirl handle with a 22mm Virginia Shane 3-band Badger silver tip. I'm going to set that over here and let it get nice and warm and wet. And the soap tonight is another one from Yulay. This is Monica's Relaxing Shave Soap. Now this soap, this is a lovely soap. Their description of it is a relaxing blend of French lavender and fir pine, enhanced with Egyptian jasmine and sweetened with pure vanilla, softened with delicate musks. We have had customers tell us that this is a mature, grown-up, vanilla-based blend. This scent is perfect all year long. I love vanilla. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's the jasmine and the musk together. Lovely scent. So we're going to go ahead and shave. I have like 3 days growth. Yeah, right around that. Now the soap is trying to be ornery with me and doesn't want to stay in the bottom of the bowl. So we got a cure for that. It's called patience. That's what it's called. One of the things that you'll have to deal with if you buy a lot of samples or get a lot of samples, however they come to you, is the fact that they're difficult sometimes to keep in the bottom of a bowl. They want to scoot around on you, and that's one of the other things. One of the reasons you hear me say from time to time that if you're going to test a soap sample, you got to give it a fair chance. If you don't put enough soap in the flipping container because you're trying to save it, and it starts spinning around and flipping around and carrying on, then you don't have enough soap available. And even now, I put almost half of the sample in this bowl, and it's flopping all around and carrying on because it's a sample and it's got almost nowhere to go in a big old bowl, and that's a big old bowl to a sample. Okay. And so, you know, it's difficult to get a well-loaded brush in those kind of circumstances. So you have to, you know, give a little bit extra effort, you know, when you do that. That's lovely on the face. Otherwise, you're not able to fairly judge the soap because you're not getting enough soap in the brush to actually test the soap properly. And I could slam it with even more water than that. I absolutely know that. Monica's soap, if you have a problem with Monica's soap taking water, it's because you didn't put enough soap in the brush. I can just keep piling the water on, no problem. It'll hold up. It'll stand up. So the razor today is my Matador, given to me by a loyal viewer. And I've got a Euromax sputtered platinum blade. And this blade is like the feather that it looks like, but it takes a half DE blade. And if I'm not mistaken, it has to be that, a blade like that, but I'm not sure. One of the razors that I got, you have to use, one of the razors I got from him, you have to use a broken DE blade that you break yourself, because there's a bend that takes place in the broken area that razor relies on to hold the blade in. I'm not sure which one it is. It might be this one, but it seems to be shaving just fine. So we're going to say it wasn't this one. He gave me this one and the AI Slim. If I can, I've got it in here somewhere, but here it is. The Focus AI Slim. So, and that's the razor that you have to use a broken DE blade in, I believe. One hand broken. These are likely cut, but these razors were available from Razor Blades and More when I received them, but I don't see them on their site, but I only did a quick look. So they may still be available, but I did not see them under the Matador razors on Razor Blades and More's site. But if you're interested, this is a fantastic little shavette. I'm finding that if I'm very, and I might be wrong, but it seems as if, let's put it that way, as if I really lighten up my touch, I mean even more than I normally do, it just seems to me and feels to me like it makes my straight razors and that shavette easier to use and a whole lot more stable, considering some physical issues that we've discussed before with me. And I would say that that's not really surprising. If you truly understand traditional saving with any of the traditional razors, pressure is one of the very key technique that you have to learn. Sorry, that's a problem area. I had a viewer ask me on one of my videos, I don't remember which one, that said he was planning on moving either to a shave head or a straight razor, something, one of the two. And he asked me for I think something like my best advice or whatnot about technique, and I gave him all the usuals, I think. But one of the things that I said to him that I think is probably one of the most important things to understand about any razor, but particularly one of these or a straight razor, is that it's really a different ball game from using a DE or the old traditional single edge razors or the newer kinds that take the feather blades and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that they're inferior or anything like that when I say this, but most of the time with those razors you can pretty much strictly adhere to the with a grain, against a grain, across a grain kind of deal. I'm going to pair this with cedarwood and clary sage aftershave lotion by St. James of London because I think it'll work really well. But I mean, you can pretty much with those razors adhere to that. But with a straight razor particularly, or a shavette even more so in my opinion, because a shavette is much less forgiving even than a standard straight razor. But you need to learn to change the way you think about shaving from the old DE school of thought, and understand that, you know, if I want to, I can come up over the bulb of my chin with a DE, no problem. With a straight razor, most of them, once I get right about here, the skin starts to lift up under the edge. Doesn't matter what the angle is. It's just this part of my face doesn't like against the grain. with a straight razor, and if I push it, I will cut myself. So you will see that I will come up to here and do that, and then I'll flip the razor back over and come down or come across on my chin, because I am conscious enough of the fact that that ain't working, and if I push it, I'm going to cut myself, to just change what I'm doing and ignore the oft-quoted advice that you hear. You want to, more than anything else, protect your face. When you have an open blade like a straight razor, or one of these shavettes that uses a DE blade that can be even more unforgiving in something like this than a straight razor. And that's the truth. So anyway, for what it's worth, bless you. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.